fight on. It's time for Versus.
Fight time! Here we are, we're on Versus, and this one's a bit, like most of our Versus, it's a bit of a tough one.
This is a tough one,
It's
yeah,
a toughie.
it's a toughie.
What do we got?
Depends what side of the fence you sit on, I
Yeah,
think.
definitely. Yeah, what do we got here, mate? What do we got?
What do we got here? We're going to do a little comparison between two giants of the technology world. We've got Microsoft,
Say the least.
goes head-to-head with our friends Apple.
Alright, that sounds very, very complex. We're going to try and keep it high level, because I think if we get too far into the weeds with this
Yeah.
stuff, we'll go on
Too
for
far.
days.
Too far.
So I reckon I'll do Microsoft if you want to do Apple.
Sure.
I'll read through a
Keep it
few
light.
things about that big giant. The summary for Microsoft is that it was founded in 1975 by Mr. Bill Gates and
Billy.
Mr. Paul Allen. There you go. And it became dominant through PC software. We know that. Most famously, Windows and Office. I actually have here in the Millennial Man Cave my original
An original.
Windows 95 CD-ROM. Have a look at this
Look at
bad
that.
boy. There you go. So I've still got it.
Original.
And it played a huge role in popularising personal computing. Without Windows, I don't think you've got a home PC,
No.
really, do you? Like
It was
it's
DOS, remember?
not a
that
good
shit
one.
that
anyway.
was? Yeah.
Yeah, pretty hard. The biggest achievements, again, was that Windows operating system. It was huge. Windows 95, like I said, 98, XP, they became the standard for PC computing worldwide. The introduction of the Microsoft home brand, so when I say home brand, not like the food home brand, but all those games, educational stuff we talked about earlier, Dangerous Creatures and Encarta and
yeah.
things like that. And then, of course, Office.
Yep.
Office was huge. Still is.
Still is,
Mate, they
massive.
rake in millions of dollars about this stuff. It's crazy. Word, Excel, PowerPoint, they became essential software. Without that shit, you can't do
Well, look
most
at
of the things you
businesses.
do at
Yeah, that's
work.
right, yeah.
Most work,
No.
workplaces. Even just the accounting for things, spreadsheets. As much as I hate a spreadsheet,
Yeah.
Microsoft. And then, of course, 2001, what came along?
Very
the
clever.
Xbox.
Yeah, very clever.
Cha-ching. That's how you make money. It entered the console gaming landscape and became a major player in the gaming hardware situation. And, mate, Xboxes are huge. I have an Xbox One. I play it, so there you go. Microsoft went public, did you know, in 1986, and Bill Gates became one of the richest people in the world, and I'm sure he still is.
Still is, yeah. I think he's doing all right, old Billy.
Windows 95 sold, get this, Wibbles, 7 million copies in the first 5 weeks.
Wow.
7 million copies of it in
Nice.
5
okay.
weeks. That's a record. I don't think it stands anymore. I don't know what the record is now. Slick, off you go. Get onto that. The company helped make PCs accessible to millions, especially in schools and businesses. And you're not wrong. Like, you think about it now, nearly every business has Windows-based PCs. So, there you go.
Just getting back to your point there on Windows 95 sold 7 million copies in the first 5 weeks. If we throw it back to the 90s, Australia's population was only probably 20 million at best.
Yeah.
At best. So
When
one in
you-
three.
that is an interesting
practically,
comparison, mate, actually.
Yeah.
It is. And, I mean, Windows has just been
Incredible.
a staple of
It's the go-to,
companies,
isn't it?
schools,
Yeah.
businesses, forever.
go-to.
Microsoft, that's it.
Well, okay, I'll jump into Apple here. So, quick summary. So, founded in 1976 by, of course, Steve Jobs.
1 year after
Yeah,
Microsoft.
1 year, yeah.
Okay.
Wozniak and Ronald Wayne. Famous for innovative design, usability, and it has a cult-like following. Has transformed computing, music, phones, and tablets with its products. So innovation's been the big thing, I think, with Apple, right?
Definitely.
Biggest achievements was the Macintosh, 1984, the first mass-market personal computer with a graphical user interface. So Macintosh was huge back in the day.
Yeah, I think when we started schooling,
Yeah, it was all Macintosh.
we had Mac
it was,
computers,
Macs,
but then it all...
with the big floppy
But
disks
yeah,
and
I
whatnot.
remember those.
And then, of course, they dominated when this product came out, was the iPod in 2001. And
iPad, iPhone.
Yeah, everything. Of course, that revolutionised music.
iTunes.
And
I still use iTunes.
Yeah.
It's my go-to music
2001.
program. But I use it on a PC.
Yeah. I can't believe how old that is. iPhone, 2007, so changed smartphones forever. Arguably the most influential product of the 21st century, without a doubt.
I don't think anyone can
Without
argue
a
with
doubt,
that.
No.
Yeah.
Interesting fact. So Apple was on the verge of bankruptcy in the mid-90s before Jobs returned. Known for vertical integration, controlling hardware and software for seamless experience, and famous slogans, think different, and designed by Apple in California. So
I didn't realise they were in deep shit in the 90s.
Yeah,
I
massive trouble,
I guess
yeah.
because of the success of Microsoft probably has a pretty big influence on your sales. You know, they couldn't sell a computer because everyone was buying Windows.
Windows, yeah.
Makes sense to me. As a comparison, like 1 year difference between them, it's 1975 for Microsoft and 76 for Apple. Windows versus, I guess, like iPhone and the operating systems, the Mac operating systems, like Snow Leopard, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I did have a Mac for a while. I mean, I think it's all about purpose and what you're using the devices for. I think for day-to-day stuff, Microsoft stuff is, like for PCs particularly, is like it's a staple. Like I said before.
Well, you can't use anything without it, basically.
No.
Yeah.
And Apple's a bit more niche. You need to have a specific reason to probably get an Apple. Like if you're doing music production or art or film and things like that, you often do that. Gaming as well, like PC, things are more accessible, I think, for PC than it is for Mac. So if we're talking about computers, Microsoft made computing mainstream, especially in the 90s, which obviously kicked Apple a bit. Schools, offices, home, and it was everywhere, and you couldn't escape Windows, and everything you wanted to buy, as far as a game or an educational reference thing like Encarta or whatever, was all Microsoft, right?
Well, remember how crazy the world went for Windows 98 and 2000? Remember people went mad for it.
Yeah.
Lining up at shops at 3 o'clock in the morning. It was wild.
Yeah, it was the same for Windows 10, I remember. But
yeah.
Not Windows 10, Windows Vista.
Vista.
And it was an absolute bucket of shit.
Yeah.
And then so that's when I think Apple kind of went, oh, geez, here we go. And that's when, of course, the start of the iPhone, iPad, iPod, that sort of thing started to come through. This is the tough one.
Yeah,
could it be a draw?
It could be a draw. Well, it depends. Again, it depends where you go. Like, my opinion is that obviously Apple made computers beautiful. They were innovative and aspirational.
They looked nice. Especially the coloured ones.
The coloured ones were cool, and nothing looked like them. Nothing looked like that.
No, it was a very smart move to go with the iMac coloured big. They look now in hindsight, it's like a big, bulky. It's such a 90s plastic, bubbly thing. But the iMacs were cool, and the sleek design of all the Apple products. You know what I liked about Apple products, Wibbles, was when you'd open them up out of the box and they'd have like the packaging just that you would discard was just perfect.
It was beautiful. Yeah, they do a great job with that stuff, don't they? But I think overall, as you're saying, like in terms of computing products, I think winner. I think Microsoft.
You go on Microsoft for the victory,
but I'm going to say that Apple's very close behind, but for different reasons.
It's tight.
It's different reasons. Yeah.
I'm struggling.
But are you thinking here PC or are you thinking products? See.
Yeah, I know.
You know, like product wise, I think Apple.
I'm looking at an overall. I think overall, I'm going to say now. If it's now, okay, here we go. If it's now, it's Apple. If it's now, it's Apple because iPads, iPhones.
Oh, they completely destroyed.
But if we're talking, and we are nostalgia,
we're talking about 90s
nostalgia
right?
kids, we love our nostalgia. Then it's Microsoft. So I'm going to give my victory in its totality to Microsoft.
Yeah.
It's a win for Microsoft.
Apple's right there, right behind it.
That was tough.
Yeah.
That was tough. I got a few honourable mentions here, Wibbles, that I did want to just kind of touch on because they're big tech giants that we can't do something like this, I don't think, and just not sort of mention them. First one I want to say, IBM.
Oh, yeah, of course, IBM.
Bit, gone now. I sort of
got left behind,
It did. International Business Machines is what IBM stands for. I didn't know that until Slick Mick found it out for me, but there you go. Founded in 1911, actually as a different thing called Computing Tabulating Recording Company, then renamed in 1924 to IBM, had a big role in mainframe computing and early computers. So predating the fight we just had. Big achievements were that they introduced IBM PC Standard, revolutionised enterprise computing, pioneered a lot of ecosystems. So a lot of it's the start of the operating systems. The IBM, they did a good job. They actually coined the term or invented the term personal computer, which is what PC stands for, right? So that's a pretty big deal. IBM. Are they still around?
I don't know.
I don't think really IBM is around.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe they just faded away.
We've got another honourable mention. Take it away.
Motorola. So founded in 1928, originally a radio and electronics company. Key achievements: created the first commercial mobile phone, which touched on earlier, the Dynatac,
The old
8000X.
Dynatac.
My CPU is a learning computer from 1983. Bit of a throwback. That's what it sounds like, really.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, the Terminator's on his way. Also, a major player in the semiconductor technology and two-way radios. Fun fact, the iconic Motorola brick phone symbolised mobile technology in the 1980s.
Yeah.
So
when you see people on a mobile phone from the 80s, they have that old big Motorola.
100%.
And in my previous employment, I won't go into it, but Motorola, we had Motorola radios, and mate, I'll just say this: if you have a job where you need to use two-way radio, 99.9% of the times it's a Motorola, so that's a pretty big one.
Yeah.
And now we've got speaking of communication, Nokia.
Oh yeah,
we touched on it before.
Yeah, we did.
Nokia, founded in 1865, which I find bizarre, but it was in Finland.
Of all places. Okay.
What did they do in there? They didn't anyway. Entered the telecommunications market in the 20th century, obviously. Key achievement was the mobile phones. We talked about them before. It was your first one, Wibbles. We said Nokia's ringtone and Snake Game.
Yeah.
No, iconic. I think it looks like, from what I've seen, that Nokia made like toys and like fishing gear and all kinds of stuff.
Really?
It was like a multifaceted company. And then once they started making technological advancements, they started putting out mobile phones. That was where Nokia went and made their coin. But there you go.
But then they just fell away, didn't they? I mean,
I think
the iPhone. Once the iPhone happened, everything just.
We've said
fell
it.
away,
We've said it before. It changed the world, right?
It did.
And last but not least, Intel.
Good old Intel. So founded in 1968, it was a leading semiconductor and microprocessor company.
Intel Inside. We all
Intel,
know it now.
We do.
Yeah.
Key achievement was the development of the x86 CPU architecture, powering most PCs and laptops for decades. So that was a big thing. If you had the Intel Pentium or the Intel,
the different versions, you can't play the games that we were talking about earlier without one of these processors.
And it was really important that you had that back in the day, wasn't it? Do you have enough computing power to run this bad boy?
If you didn't have the microprocessor, power, you're fucked.
You're done.
There's no LAN game on your dial-up for you, mate. Because you can't even run the graphics to see the game.
I've just bought my copy of Diablo. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, no, I can't run it. Yeah.
It's not Intel Inside. At that point, it's dead inside because you can't play the game you spent all your hard-earned dollars on.
Oh, you just spent $40 on the game
and you cooked. That's it.
Try and return it.
I'll tell you what. So
I got a shit computer.
At the end of the day, we've gone with Microsoft. A few big companies mixed in amongst all that. But you know what? Getting hungry.
Getting hungry for what?
Oh, mate, I feel like some sort of ice cold classics. Let's go to the tuck shop. We'll meet you there.
Why not?